Hello, Grace Church. How are you? This morning I read an article in The Economist that had the title that was to do with the coronavirus being apocalyptic. And then I got another article sent to me by somebody that's opening line was very similar. It said, "We live in apocalyptic times." The word apocalypse has come to mean an end of the world event, a disaster of huge magnitude. That's not quite what the word really means. The word apocalypse can also be translated revelation. You know the word revelation from the book of Revelation, which is named after the first word in the first verse of Revelation. Revelation 1 verse 1 says this: "The revelation of Jesus Christ, which God gave him to show his servants what must soon take place." Revelation, the book of Revelation, certainly talks about the end of the world, but the revelation aspect of it is God revealing, showing us, unveiling, lifting the curtain on history to let us see what's really going on in heaven and on earth, in the future, but also now. The Bible frequently talks of God revealing his plans and revealing his righteousness, even revealing his wrath, revealing who he is through Jesus back then and one day when Jesus returns in the future. God reveals. So is it wrong to talk about the coronavirus being an apocalyptic event? Well, my thought for you today is this: there is a sense in which we are living in apocalyptic times, but not because it's pointing towards the imminent end of the world or a disaster that's so huge that we're not going to survive it. It certainly is a big event, but it's not apocalyptic in that sense. But it is apocalyptic in the sense that it does reveal something about us. The Bible talks about Jesus being a light in the darkness. As God graciously reveals something about himself in Jesus, he also reveals things about us when Jesus comes and when Jesus shines a light on our life. And sometimes God chooses to do that through circumstances. Maybe you've noticed that. We often rely on our wealth and our comforts. We assume that we're going to be healthy. We live in a country with so many benefits, we can often forget that we need God. But then God strips some of those securities away, and quickly the frailty of human life, the fragility of our society is exposed, is revealed. Suddenly we realise that we can get ill whether we are rich or poor, whether we are a celebrity or a nobody. This coronavirus can affect anybody. It reveals something about the human condition and our need to depend on God. And that if we depend on ourselves and our own means, they are limited. I've spoken of that before. But our times and something like this virus can expose other things, can reveal other things about us. When things are stripped away and we feel weak and we feel vulnerable and we lose our security, then something of the human nature can come out. Sometimes we see wonderful glimpses of the original image of God. By God's common grace, by his goodness to us, we see humans wanting to care for other humans, humans putting others first, humans sacrificing things for others. You'll have heard of that. We'll continue to hear of that. It's wonderful. We love those stories because there's something of the gospel in them. But also, a situation like this one, and in the coming weeks when things we expect get worse, they can reveal the worst of us. They can show us what the human life really is like by nature, when it lives under the curse of God. Here is my prop today, a bottle of water. Now, actually, this water doesn't look great, but the point is this. If I'm holding this still, this bottle, and that's like life, when life is going well. And our life can look okay, maybe, okay. But if I shake it up, if I shake this up, you can see that actually there's a lot of silt in it and it starts getting really murky. When my circumstances are rocked, when a virus comes and strips away my securities, what's revealed is that my life is quite messy. And you've heard of that. I mean, one of the obvious examples is people hoarding toilet rolls and stripping supermarkets of pasta, and people being quite selfish in some of their behaviour. Now, those in one sense are sort of trivial examples on one level, but they reveal something about who we are, that we are only a few meals away from anarchy. That when we get hungry, when we panic, when we fear, suddenly our true nature comes out. So in that sense, we're living in apocalyptic times. But thank God that he has revealed to us the solution. The Lord Jesus, the perfect one, who didn't compromise when his circumstances were difficult. He was faithful to his Father, even to death on a cross. And that means that as we trust in him, we know we have that wonderful safety net, and that we can look forward to what's been revealed to us in Revelation, that one day Jesus will make all things right, and if we're trusting in him, we will be okay in the end. So that's my thought on the apocalypse. Have a good day.